Okay, we're going to start this one in reverse order. So again, this is going to be 15 minutes. You jump into this call, you jump out of the call. If you have any questions, we dive into those questions, and then we get back to the grind. But I don't want to take up, an hour of your day every single time we do this. So all that to say, we're going to start with, give me a win. Give me a win in your world right now. Hopefully a professional win. That's what we're going after, a real estate win. Just jump off mute, throw it out there. Rye, start off.
I got one. So I had two properties that I had on the market previous. They were not even on the market. Hold on just a second. I'm handing him a megaphone to a college student. Thank you so much. And an agent called me and said, are they available still? And I sold them. Not even on the market, just straight call, exclusive, sold them.
Okay, that is incredible. Just smile after I say this. Can you think of anything more random than what Ryan just did? Like in the whole world, something that's incredibly more random than just handing a random person a megaphone at 2:00 in the afternoon? That was the most random possibly happened today. That made my day. Okay, I'm not going to ask what he's about to shout through that thing, but I'm going to call you after because it's probably something that's worth talking about. Okay. Okay. Now, question for Ryan. Who knows about that? Who knows about that? We know about it now. Who else?
Yep. No one else.
Okay. I love you, man. That was the perfect segue. That was not pre-planned, everybody. That is the perfect segue into what we're doing. Okay, Steve, I know you got one. Throw it out there.
Okay. No, I was just going to share a quick win. I mean, I got a buy-sell opportunity, just someone that's eager to go, ready to get their house on the market and get one. And they understand the market condition, but they also understand they're going to get a better buy. So they know they're going to get less for their house, but they know they're going to get that discount on the buy. So I really do feel like people moving up or maybe moving down are still, good candidates for doing real estate deals. So.
Okay, huge. Okay, now be fair with us. So now we know that you just got this guy who's motivated to buy and a sell. Now, who else knows about it besides us?
No one.
Yes, this is amazing. This is fantastic. Okay, you guys are feeding right into my hand. By the way, no pre-planning. This is not discussed prior to this call. Okay, you guys are gonna love this. Super high tactical day today. Okay, now I'm gonna ask one more question, and we will I promise to jump into some coaching here. Let me just get my notes up. Okay, the next question is, who do you think is somebody that you like to gravitate towards? That's the word I was trying to find. So who's somebody you gravitate towards? Could be like somebody famous, could be somebody not famous, but tell me who it is and tell me why. Two people.
Someone who's got skills that I want to have. Someone a little bit above my level.
Okay, tell me who it is. I want a specific person, Mark. This is perfect. Good feedback.
I have a mentor, Ibrahim, who is the one that had introduced me to you and to these calls. So I would say him directly.
Okay, love it. And Ibrahim, would you describe, and I know who you're talking about, would you describe him as somebody who is a winner? Would you describe him as somebody who is successful?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Okay, I'm gonna get to my point in a second. Give me one more example. Somebody out there, just jump in and say this is the person, this is their name, this is who they are. Somebody that you gravitate towards. Jeff, Blake, whoever, just somebody that pops into your head. Neil, Andrew.
I'm a John Cheplack guy. I find, especially in these markets, I think he's very pro work and pro, you don't make the market, but you can make yourself out of it. So I think that's one thing. He's definitely not a complainer and a worker. So.
Okay, love it. And you guys know John Cheplack's a huge coaching platform. We would describe John as a winner. We would describe somebody that we gravitate towards as a winner. You will rarely hear somebody say, I gravitate towards this person, and that person is not a perceived winner. That person is not a perceived driver in their own right in whatever industry or whatever dynamic that you're looking at, they're going to be a winner. Okay, now here comes the 15-minute coaching. Get ready for it. All right. So if I ask you something, have you ever noticed how people naturally gravitate towards winners? They are not perfect people. We don't gravitate towards perfect people because they don't exist. The truth is, in every market, good, bad, sideways, there are always wins. And the agents, investors, and professionals who talk about those wins get more of those wins. And everyone gets attracted, gravitates towards those agents. So you guys just did it in reverse engineering. We just proved the fact that the people that you gravitate towards are people that are winning in their marketplace. You're gravitating towards them. So if we are not that person in our own business, we are not going to win in this market, and we are not going to attract people that want to work with us in this market. Okay, so core idea. Wins create momentum. People don't follow effort. People don't follow effort. So like if you were talking about the fact that like you're waking up and you're working today and you're working, that's good. That's good. And there's probably some optics around that are positive. But if you're not actually sharing your wins, you will not attract the same amount. You will not draw in. You will not bring in the same amount of clients that you otherwise would. So when you share wins, you build credibility, you create trust, and you trigger opportunity. Simple reality is if nobody knows you're winning, it's almost like it didn't happen. Just like Steve and Ryan's example, like they just talked about a win, but nobody knew about it until they told us. So it is, if in effect, like it did not happen. If you can actually talk, I'm not just talking about social media here. I'm talking about everywhere you go. This is not in a braggadocious way. This is just simply talking about your industry and the fact that like, yeah, you know what? I just sold 2 properties off market. So the next time someone says to Ryan, hey, how's the market? You say, well, for me, the market's great right now. I just sold 2 properties off market, and I've got 10 listings coming to market, some aggressive price points. So yeah, I'm rocking and rolling. Everything's really, really going well in my world. Like, are we going to gravitate towards him as the agent versus how's the market, Ryan? It's rough out there. It's, you know what, man, I got stuff is sitting. I can't move it. I'm working on price points. It feels like you just can't get to the right price. It's always going lower. Like naturally, we're not going to gravitate to that agent. We're going to gravitate to the first agent. Okay. So why this matters in today's real estate market, some people say it's slow. Some people say rates are too high. Some people say the deals aren't there. But we are going to be the agents that say, yeah, we're closing deals. We're finding creative financing. We're negotiating better terms. We're helping motivated sellers and buyers. The difference isn't just skill, it's visibility of the success. Okay, so that's what I'm asking you to do today. So after today's call, you're going to pick a win. You're going to pick 2 wins. You're going to pick 3 wins. And that's all you're going to talk about with regards to real estate. You can share it with your spouse. You can share it with your kid. You can share it with, somebody that you work with. And then when you go to the gym, and then when you go home, and then when you pick up your kid from school, share it with another parent. And all of a sudden it's like, whoa, that guy Jeff's winning right now. That's somebody that I gravitate towards. Okay, behind it is it signals competence. So when you are sharing your wins, it signals competence, confidence, and safety. The consumer hears that you are not only competent, you're good at what you do, but you're confident in what you do, and therefore they feel safe when they work with you because it's like, okay, well, you know what? I've got Jeff, or I'm using Jeff as an example right now because he just spoke, but I've got whoever it is, and I feel like I'm in good hands. Like I know that he's going to get the job done because he's the guy that's winning right now. Everyone else is talking about their losses. He's talking about his wins. People think this, if they're getting deals done, maybe they can help me too. I'm just going to say that one more time. When you share a win, what actually people think is that guy's getting deals done, or that lady is getting deals done. Maybe they can help me too. By the way, who knows just throw me out an emoji. Who knows the success rate is significantly higher when you're the second agent on the listing? Just throw in an emoji if you get that, right? You know that when you are the second agent, you're so much more likely to sell that house. Why is that? because the first person has gone through the muck and the mire, and now they're going to someone they feel really safe with. So sometimes that first agent is like that friend from high school, or that first agent is like, well, you know, I had to use him. My brother-in-law recommended him. I didn't really know who he was, but he was close to the family. I had to use him. The second agent is usually the winning brand in the marketplace. You'll find that often, right? It's the big brands, it's the mega teams, it's the dominant agent in that postal code. That's who tends to get that second listing opportunity. And it's because that consumer said, you know what, I went with kind of my knee-jerk reaction, or I went with a recommendation, but now I'm going with the person I know is the winner. I'm going with that person. And you guys all know who that is in your own postal code, in your own region, in your own area. And hopefully you're affiliated or a part of, or that person. All right, so social proof. When you share wins, people assume others are working with you, right? That's fair. So like if you're not sharing your wins, you might be working really hard, but maybe people just assume like this lady's working her tail off, but maybe there's no clients there. Like maybe they're just door knocking for days on end, but no one's working with them. So when you share the win, it changes the optic. It's like, no, others are working with them. This person is actively working with consumers. And it also shares social proof that they must be good. Immediately the mind says, okay, they're actively working with other people and they're good at it. Okay, so what counts as a win? Wins are not just closings. Okay, so not some big $3 million house that just closed. That doesn't count as the only type of a win. Here are some examples for you. You got a property under contract. That's a win. You negotiated a great deal. Could be conditional. That's a win. You have to share these wins. People have to know about your wins. You found a creative solution. Maybe you got an extension on closing. Maybe you got a very light deposit accepted. What if you had 3 great conversations today about real estate? That's a win. I had 3 great conversations with my buyers today. I had 3 great conversations with prospective sellers today. I had 3 great conversations with agents that are going to be bringing buyers to my house today. Those are wins. So wins equal progress plus proof. That is what a win is. In any definition of the word, a win is showing progress plus the proof that progress is coming to fruition. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. I got 2 minutes left. I'm on track for time-wise. Where to share your wins. Okay, everybody knows conversations with friends and family, text messages, social media, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, phone calls, networking events, church, community groups, sports groups. Everywhere you go, someone is going to naturally ask you about the markets. How is it going? The last coaching call was, we're always going to say the market's great right now because I am a dominant winner in the marketplace. And this coaching call is sharing the win. So last coaching call was, we're going to tell them that we are a winner in the marketplace. We are a top agent in the marketplace. And now we're providing the details around why, or not why, but what we are winning at. What is the win? That is the challenge. Okay, so how to share wins without sounding arrogant. State the win. Just help the family lock in a great deal. Add context to that win. Okay, so again, state the win. Just help the family lock in a great deal. Add context. In a market where people think nothing's moving. Don't you love that? I love that framework. So again, I just helped the family lock in a great deal in a market where people think nothing's moving. Sorry, I had a phone call come in there. It always throws off my screen. Okay, keep it human. They were stressed, but we made it happen. Okay, so I'm going to give you 4 points right now. You can watch this as recorded afterwards, or you can jot this down. First was state the win. So the win was, we just helped the family lock in a great deal. Number 2 is you add context. By the way, this is like your template for every social media post right now. This is your template for every text message. This is your template for every WhatsApp message, for every conversation you have. Number 1, state the win. Number 2, you add context. In a market where people think nothing's moving. I'm winning in a market where people think everyone's losing. That's what you're saying. I'm winning in a market where everyone thinks people are losing. Number 3 is keep it human. So draw it into a human reaction. They were stressed, but we made it happen. Okay, so number 3 is keep it human. And number 4 is the optional call to action. And I'm going to say almost a mandatory call to action. And that could be as simple as, if you know anyone looking, I'm happy to help. Or I prefer this. We should just do what I did for them for you. That's my favorite call to action. You're using an anecdotal storyline, a win, and you're literally just saying to them, we should just do the same thing for you. I just did that for this guy. I just did this for Bob, and it was a huge win. We should just do the same thing for you. Ryan just said, I sold 2 houses off market, and I reached out to an agent, and he brought in some buyers. When I list your properties, we should just do the same thing for you. I'm going to go find these agents off market, or these buyers off market, and we're going to bring in some offers. And if you don't like the number, we'll take it to the open market. I'm going to do the exact same thing for you. Steve just shared with us, he's working with a buyer and a seller who's super motivated. You can tell he's going to come into the some deals with that person, like they're at the right numbers, etc. Mr. Buyer, I've got a motivated buyer over here. He's about to pick up a great deal. I'm sourcing out great deals because he's got a number in mind that's reasonable. He's ready to rock, and he's got a property to sell. We should do the same exact thing for you. We should just put me on the same path. I'm going to rock it out for you. I'm going to find you that deal at that number, and we'll get your house sold. We're going to do the exact same thing for you. Okay, so number 1 was state the win. Number 2, add context. Number 3, keep it human. Number 4, optional call to action. So again, softer would be, if you know anyone looking, I'm happy to help. If you know anyone that wants this type of a win, I'm happy to help. It's too soft for me. I'm more aggressive. I'm going to do the exact same thing for you. Let's do exactly what I did for Bob, I'm doing for you. Okay. Be grateful, not braggy. Super important. Hopefully I'm not sounding braggadocious today. I just want to sound pointed and winning. And I want to be consistent, not occasional. So if you're doing this once today and then you don't do it for the next 2 weeks, don't expect massive results. But if you did this every single day, by the way, you're going to change your day. You're going to be a more joyful, more positive, outcome at the end of the day. So be consistent, not occasional. All right, wrapping it up. What happens when you do this consistently? You become the go-to person for real estate. The person people think of first, the person people refer. And opportunities start to come to you like, hey, I saw your post, or hey, I saw that message, or I heard you've been doing deals. That's my favorite reaction, right? It's like, I heard you're doing deals. Or, oh, by the way, haven't you ever heard this from one of your colleagues? Like, oh, haven't you seen Samantha? She's rocking it right now. Like, she's like selling all kinds of stuff. I wonder what she's doing, or I wonder what her lead gen is. But there's no different lead gen. It's not doing anything unbelievable. She probably has a weaker lead gen than us. She's probably got a weaker workflow and everything else than us. She's making more noise, and she's talking about her wins. And that is actually what's working for her. And Samantha's a fictitious person. Okay, so the cost of not sharing is if you stay quiet, people assume you're inactive. You lose the referrals. You lose trust before it even starts. Silence creates doubt. Visibility creates opportunity. Okay, I'm closing here. Here's the takeaway. There are always wins in every market. Winners talk about their wins. Think of someone that you gravitate towards. I'm almost going to promise you they talk about their wins. I'm not going to get into hot button topics right now, but think of like big personalities that are on stage, right? Big on stage world personalities. Are they talking about their losses? Are they talking about their wins? They're always self-promoting their wins, always. And people are naturally drawn to them because of that. So my challenge to you now, and this is where I'm ending, is share 1 win per day for the next 30 days. Watch what happens. 1 win, simple. Could be 2 minutes, 1 text, 1 group text, 1 social post. 1 win per day for the next 30 days. That's the challenge. Don't wait until you're too big to talk about your wins. Talk about your wins is what makes you big, right? So you get that? You don't wait until you've got like 15 properties that are closing next month, and then you start talking about it. You start talking about your wins now to get 15 properties to close next month. That's the reverse engineering. All right, any quick questions? And then we'll let you get on with your day.
Just gonna hop in here while someone's thinking about a question. I missed last week's call, but sorry, the other call you had, but the 2 that I have been here on, it's 5 calls a day. So I mean, just taking your first strategy of pulling up your phone and calling 5 people a day every day for 30 days, plus then doing this. I mean, just that 1-2 punch would absolutely in my opinion, dramatically change the trajectory of a business. So like those are two super like not complicated. You're not needing to download a software. You're not needing to, train on a script. You literally just pick up the phone, call 5 people, talk about real estate, and then share a win. I mean, I love it. It's super simple, and I think it's very actionable.
Love it. Anybody else? Feedback, comments? Otherwise, we'll let you get back to the grind.
I'm gonna go share a win.
Exactly. All right, somebody share a win. We'll close with that. Somebody that hasn't spoken, just pop off, share a win with us, and then we challenge you to go share that win right after you jump off this call.
I got one.
Yo,
Here, I got one that came from Blake as well. Blake and I were brainstorming ideas. We came up with a solution for our seller's buyer's agent, which is now generated an offer that'll be in the next 3 hours.
Okay, so now give me a high impact way of saying that. We can help Andrew after he tries. Give me a high impact way of saying that win. So give me your best pitch of like, what would you say to an audience on social media about that?
Off the top of my head, just that we put a solution for our buyer's agent to put a deal together and make everyone happy.
Perfect. And I would say something like this too. And I'm just giving you a different perspective. I would say, doesn't matter who your agent is on the buyer side. I just helped the buyer agent bring his client in and sold our house. We're here to help. Even if I have to cross over to the other side of the table, we'll cross over to the other side of the table to get the deal done, because that's what we do. We win. So just like you're always thinking about how to position everything as a win. So with that, I say have a great day. Jump on the next call 2 weeks from now. Invite friends, invite colleagues, and appreciate you all.